Are you starting a business? Do you have a project? Are you working on the financial part of a business plan? Hi, my name is Thierry and I will show you how to make a cash flow forecast. Let's get started. When you write a business plan, usually you have to provide three financial documents: an income statement, a balance sheet, and a cash flow forecast. If your business is running, a cash flow forecast is also very useful to see where you're going. Why is it so important? We'll see that right away with an example. Imagine we want to start a business together, you and me. We want to manufacture and sell this pen to stores. We start in January, we put some money, we borrow some money from the bank, we buy plastic parts, we buy machines, we hire people to assemble and to sell, and we have a lot of orders, and we start to deliver at the end of January. In February, everything is well, a lot of orders. In March, you come to me to say, well, the bank just called, there is a problem, the account is negative. As I am a very good manager, I decide to sell more, to get more money, so we hire more people, we put some money, we buy more machines, more plastic parts, and we sell a lot. And in May, we close down the business. If we have a look at the income statement, we'll see that we have $200,000 in sales, $60,000 in COGS, that is the cost of goods sold. That makes $140,000 in gross profit, which is a 70% margin. This is quite good. Then we have $120,000 in expenses for the rent, the wages. That is $20,000 in profit, which is very good for business just after a few months. So what happened? When we start in January, we put some money, we borrow some money, we spend some money for the rent, for the plastic parts, we hire some people, the wages. In February, we have some money coming from the clients. We spend money for the rent, the wages. We pay the machines, for example. In March, we have more money coming from the clients, but the account is negative and I decide to increase the sales. So we spend more money to buy more machines, to pay the wages for more people, the plastic parts, the rent. In April, we have more money coming from the customers, the clients, and we spend some money. Actually, the money is going out much sooner than it's coming in. For example, when we invoice a client, a customer, the amount is right away in the sales, but not in the bank account, because the client will pay within 30 days or later. At the same time, we have to pay our bills. Well, I was a very bad manager. We had a cash flow issue and I made the problem worse in deciding to increase the sales and spend more money. And we can't pay the bills anymore. What was the right decision to make? The right decision was to stop almost everything to allow some time for the money to get in. The sales, of course, would have been less, but after slowing down a bit, we could continue that very good business. If we had a cash flow forecast, we would have anticipated the problem. This is a cash flow forecast. We're talking of the direct method as a tool to forecast the cash flow. The indirect method uses the financial statements, the balance sheet and the income statement to analyze the financial health of a business, but we won't see it today. How does it work? Here on top you will put the time frame, by month, by week or even by day if it's a bit tough. Here it will be the money coming in, here the money going out. When you invoice a client, you will put the amount at the right date when you think the money will come from the client to the bank account. Here, when you receive a bill, you will put the amount at the right date when you think you will pay the bill. To be more secure, when you receive money from a client, put a later date. You will find many samples and templates on the internet. Here you have the beginning cash balance. We start in January with zero. We borrow some money, $60,000 from the bank, $100,000 from the shareholders. In total, we have $160,000. Here we spend $100,000 for the machines, $5,000 for the rent, $15,000 for the wages, $30,000 for the parts, and a few other things. That makes $155,000 in expenses. That means at the end of the month, we have $5,000 in the bank account. At the beginning of February, we have $5,000 plus $10,000 from the sales from the clients, total $15,000. Expenses, the rent, the wages, miscellaneous, $25,000. That makes negative here, minus $10,000. In March, we have more money from the sales, a loan from the bank, from the shareholders, and it's positive. Of course, you have to update it depending on what's happening. For example, if you want to pay a bill sooner. A cash flow forecast is also very useful to see the amount you need to borrow. You take at the bottom the biggest negative amount, here minus $20,000. It means if you put $20,000 that you borrow here, you will have only positive figures, except here you will have zero. As you can see, this is very simple, and with a cash flow forecast you see exactly where you're going. That's it for now. I hope it will help, and I wish you a lot of success in your projects. See you soon.